All right, Shalom. I want to give all praise unto Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Yahweh, Kodash. And we give double honors to our apostles and elders, which are the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. In these last days, the Most High set up the truth and giving it to men to come give to us, man, the hopeful elect. This is a RIFD update. I like to do these every chance that I can see some new information that's relevant, because we're in the year of prophecy. Okay, 2018 has been given the name of the year of prophecy. So things are taking place that are going to come to pass that have been promised in the scriptures. And what's one of the main things that we're waiting on to get up out of here is this mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip technology, man. All right. But the times that we live in now, we're gonna see the fruits of the Bible, man, that are gonna come to pass. Let me pull this up real quick. This is the book of Habakkuk 2 and verse 3. And it says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time." And what time is that? That's the time that we live in. Just like the apostles tell us that the elders used to tell them, we don't know when the time of Jacob's trouble. We don't know these things that we're living in. All we hear in the news is none but prophecy. Okay, we see Esau. He's going against Esau. The wisdom that he once had is not there no more. He's running around like a chicken with his head cut off. So these things are showing us that we're living in the times that was prophesied to come. All right? And it says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry." I mean, it won't wait. It won't hold off. These things are going to start coming in such a way that we're going to know that it's the Most High doing it. The world is going to know. They're going to have to acknowledge the power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, the power of Israel, the Yasharallah. They're not going to say it's Krishna or Buddha, none of those things. The Most High said he will not give his glory unto another. All right, so he's going to exalt his name in these last days. All right, and it says, let me get Hebrews 10 and 37. This is Hebrews 10 verse 37. And it says, "For yet a little while, and he that shall come will come and will not tarry." And that's Yahweh Shai. Because he wants to come back and put hands on these Romans, these Edomites. Because the last time he was on planet Earth, they tortured him to death, man, and put him to death. So you don't think it says the day of vengeance burns in his heart. So he wants to come down here and give a righteous recompense. That's what we're waiting on, because when Yahushua comes down to judge Esau, he's going to take his elect also, because of false balance and abomination. So everything is leading up hand in hand. So let's jump right into the articles. I segued into something else, but the spirit went that way. This first article is Chip and Skin Payment Matrix Moment. All right, so this article is let out on the 26th of March. So it's pretty recent. It says microchip implants could be considered the ultimate form of mobile payment, skipping the smartphones altogether as a favor of giving people bionic ability. And a small segment of the population is already lining up to try it out. So they're making this chip. It's become what's the word I'm looking for? Marketable. They're marketing this thing now because Esau is a master marketer. How do you think he knows how to? He studies trends. He sets trends. So he knows what he has to do to make something become trendy and sell it to the people. It's already been set up through his witchcraft and his different legislation. It's already been set up. So all he's got to do is just put it in there, put the last little bit to go, and it's going to be out there. But that's a fulfilled prophecy. He's not doing nothing out of the Most High's will. Once you understand the Most High, then you can start to understand, look, everything is being done to his will. Nothing is out of whack. And it says, microchip implants could be considered the ultimate form of mobile payment, skipping the smartphones altogether in favor of giving people bionic abilities, and a small segment of the population is already lining up to try it out. Proponents of the chip argue that implants could drive the future of payments and other smart functions, and they that create convenience for those who are willing to embrace the technology. But critics question the ethnic ramifications of offering chips in the workplace, and they raise questions about whether today's chips provide enough of a compelling use case to justify their physical invasiveness. Last April, in Epic Center, a digital startup hub in Stockholm, made headlines after companies started making microchip implants available to its employees. And there was and we're the ones to pick that up and put it out there because we're the Most High news anchors. We out here to give the righteous news, man. And many brothers picked that video up and ran with it, but the masses didn't look at it. The masses was worrying about Adele and all that bullshit. They weren't worrying about the Most High's word of prophecies coming to pass. But these are the secrets of Yahweh Shem Yahshua that's been given unto his men. That's why it says none of the wicked shall understand. So they're not going to understand this thing until the judgment comes. And it says, holding a high publicized chip party in August the 1st, or Salakia. A few months later, Wisconsin firm 3 Square Market, and we also picked that one up too. We picked that story up. Followed suit holding a high publicized chip party on August 1st, where more than 50 of the company's 85 employees volunteered to let their body pierce implant with chips. The company even picked up the cost of the $300 chips because they're going to write it off as a tax write-off for business purposes. Both Intercenter and 3 Square Market uses chip created by Swedish tech firm Biohacks International. So they're they're trying to hack Yahweh Shem Yahshua's creation, man. Just like you hack a computer, that means you evasively go into that computer to do what you want to it. So they're telling you right in your face who they hacking. If you hacking something, you gotta hack somebody's possession. That's the Most High's thing, man. But he's allowing them to do it. It says the RFID chips are the size of a grain of rice and are implanted in the fleshly part of the skin between the thumb and forefinger, because that's a warm part of your body. So that warm part of the body can charge these chips up. And it says the chips are near field communication, NFC technology, which is also used in contact lenses, contactless credit cards, and mobile payments. It's also the same technology used to track pets and packages. From pets to people, if the biohack technology takes off, it would fulfill a long time desire of the payment industry to shift habits from don't leave home without it to you can't leave home without it. See? So it's all about gearing and grooming the people for this market of beast. 15 years ago, MasterCard experimented with a similar tech from Palm Beach, Florida, Applied Digital Solution, Inc., with plans to bring implantable payment chips to banks. You got Nate and them talking about you can't make money. You go get your dog and he'll get some lamb for you. No, it's showing you right there that they're trying to use these chips to substitute for payments. So how you gonna knock that? How you gonna get around that? It says the technology dates to 1987 when it was developed for identifying pets and livestock after the 9/11 attack. So look at that. So even after 9/11, they brought this chip in on the low. They didn't put it out to the masses that, oh, we're going to put this chip out here. But it says after 9/11, they started tracking livestock with that chip. So before 9/11, that wasn't being used like that on a major scale. You see? That's something you learn every day, man. Let me get back to this. And it says, after 9/11 attack, the chips were modified for human use with the goal of identifying victims and rescue workers, ADS. So Esau, man, ordo ad chaos. So he put that chaos in there, but then he brought the order in on the back end, man, which was that chip. So Esau's been planning this thing for a long, long time. And he used that 9/11 to bring in a lot of that groundwork for the chip. They started tracking livestock, but then they switched it to human use. It says ADS told American bankers in 2003, at the time of company's invasion, its technology would be viable for payments in 3 to 5 years. So they were planning to put this for money. So Nate's a bug out, man. Nate don't know what he's talking about because he's doing it for his belly. He's not giving you the real meat and potatoes. That's what's going to keep you in these days, man. All right, it says even then, there were concerns about privacy and whether scammers could skim payments card details and cast the invasion nature of the implants, making this much more difficult to replace. If the chip's payment account is stolen, today the use cases around the implantable chips are less concerned with open loops payments and more functions on controlled environments such as an employee uh, cafeteria. In this way, users get the benefits of using the chip for an everyday transaction, but reduces the chip's usefulness by hackers if it is somehow compromised. All right, so I'm gonna post that article. I'm gonna leave it for you, Akim, but there's more to come. There's more articles I gotta bring up. This is another one that says human microchipping is here, and it's about to rock your skin's world. So they're making it real attractive to the masses right now. And this is from allure.com. It says the signs have been there for a while. Phones went from being tethered to your wall to fitting in your back pocket. Computers went from desks to laps. Headphones went from over your ears to inside the ear. If there is a trend in technology, it is go small. Smaller still, even smaller than that. Devices may start disappearing altogether. In fact, in the very near future, because of microchipping, our technology will literally be part of our skin. It says it states with microchips. Yet, your pet probably already has one, but the technology has very different applications for Tuesday, the cat, than it does for humans. Pets microchips help identify them if they get lost. For us, microchips will make life more convenient. So they're selling it as a convenient. It says a Swedish incubator Epic Center began microchipping its employees in 2015, not to track bathroom breaks or productivity, but to give them the power to operate printers and more. The tiny grain of rice-sized RFID microchip opens doors with a wave of your hand in front of the chip reader. And at the Pause Fest in Australian Tech Expo, 10 VIPs volunteered to swap paper tickets for implantable microchip ones. Imagine the external key fob. So this thing is being marketed, man. It says the RFID chip isn't the only technology being used. Grindhouse Wetware, a biohack startup in Pittsburgh, is experimenting with powered implants. The RFID chip is powered by the device it interacts with, like the card scanner on your office door, while the implants are powered internally by a battery. Co-founder Tim Cannon inserted a monitor slightly smaller than a stack of credit cards into the forehand that would read the temperature and read throughout Bluetooth transmits and information to his Android. The monitor, called Surdia, can be used to control a Bluetooth thermostat or can call an ambulance if Cannon's temperature spikes or drops too suddenly. This was to prove that we could design the implants to subdermal devices in the body for non-medical purposes, says Ryan O'Shea, a spokesman of Grindhouse Wetware. We're looking at what ability humans have involved to have biological, but didn't he say pause like bioluminescence? So it's being marketed as something snazzy and something you gotta have, man. Okay, so we at that time. I just wanted to give an update, man. So we know the scriptures to read for this, man. So I didn't want to, put this out long. But all praise to Yahweh, Bashim Yahshai, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahshai, Bashim Rakar Kudash. Shalom, Akim.